center, at can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move." It is pretty effective. Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Nader in at the small forward. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's O'Neal in at the three, the small forward. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg. This time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
And they double up Paul. Pass to Nader. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, Gallinari, a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Gallinari covering. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Drills it from outside.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
Paul with the ball. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Conley. And the pass to Gobert. Shoots over Adams. It's hauled in by Adams. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ball finds Adams. Back to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Good on the triple. Gallinari's got 5 points. So far.
This guy is such a consistent shooter. Gallinari with the long-range delivery.
And Doris, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
But Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line.
Ball against Conley. And Paul gets it to go in.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to score.
Basket counts.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Nader, guarded by O'Neal. Nader's shot's good. Jazz trail by 4. And here is O'Neal. Here's the 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Pass to Nader. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Six points for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
On the wing, Mitchell. Inside. Out to Conley. Fires for three. That shot off the mark. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Nader. O'Neal with the rebound.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Mitchell dishes to Conley. Over Paul. Again, Conley missing. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making the mid-range look effortless right there. There is no doubt this guy is a 3-level scorer.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Second chance shot. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovich. Goes up again, and it's finished off inside by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert with the size and length. A factor on the glass right now.
Passes it to Nader. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Mitchell against Schroeder. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
What an excellent passer from the small forward position. Joe Ingles does such a great job setting up his teammates.
Ed Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Mitchell.
And one thing you love about Ingles, he hits a lot of contested jumpers.
He does, and he'll get to his game by using jab steps, pump fakes, really good ball handler. He's unafraid in the clutch. He'll talk a little smack every now and again. Joe Ingles has carved out quite a career.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Down low. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Bogdanovich. From deep, Ingles. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Here's Robertson. Tries yet again. And Noel lays it up and in.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Feeds it to Davis. It's stolen by Muscala. Gallinari wide open. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Now, here's Clarkson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now, here's Robertson. He's covered by Clarkson. Count that one.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. They trail by 14. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout.
Schroeder's got 6.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
The stats for Bogdanovich. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now, here's Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Jazz making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Shooter passes to Muscala. And here is Noel. Gallinari on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 16. And there's the pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Robertson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Robertson's got his second basket of the game.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Ingles finds Davis. Back to Ingles. Now Gobert. Pass to Ingles. Trying to end the drought. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Here's Moutier, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, when Moutier plays with passion, this guy capable of converting through contact.
Moutier, no good on the free throw. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but like we may lose a game here or there, but you know everybody's still happy for each other. We're just trying to build.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. Mike Muscala out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Robertson in at the three-slot. Softly drops in the floater. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his third bucket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively. but they're not putting up any resistance.
A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But Greg, last season, he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David. And the Jazz with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, inside, Mike Conley has got to be savvy, and he is in that instance.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander took the opportunity when he saw it. Nader's got 11 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
O'Neal passes to Ingles. From past the arc, it drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Mike Conley wanted to make sure the momentum was not swinging the other direction, so he answers with a 3.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to O'Neal. And stolen by Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Basket good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Ingles. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Mitchell's shot is good.
How about a nice bounce to his step from Donovan Mitchell? Get in the catch-and-shoot game, sir.
To the inside. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Conley kicks to Ingles. Back to Conley. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Conley's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Nader's shot's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot blocker. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion. It is fun to watch Danilo Gallinari work on the offensive end. Contested jumper? No problem.
Mitchell up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Conley's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Utah. To the paint. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
The always aware Chris Paul, one of the great passers in history. There's another assist.
Yes, that goes in. Gobert's got 6 points.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Paul against Conley. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Jam. Conley, crafty move, and it's good on the layup. Conley's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Paul, right side. Right block shot, and that one hits back iron. Jazz trail by 20. To the middle. Here's Bogdanovich. Banked in off the glass. 7 points in the game.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And they double up Paul. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. For the Jazz, Tony Bradley's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Robertson. Gallinari in the corner. The three-pointer, no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Bogdanovich dishes to Mitchell. That ball, nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Shooter passes to Gallinari. Adams with it, guarded by Bradley. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 6 points in the quarter.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 7 points in the game. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. The Thunder leading by 18. Now Schroeder up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Ingles against Gallinari. Here's Mitchell. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, the defense so concerned about the dribble drive ability of Donovan Mitchell, but boy, you better contest as well.
The pass to Muscala. Dishes to Robertson. Adams down low. Guarded by Bradley. Adams' shot is off. Jazz trail by 17. Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Moutier. 2 on the clock. And the shot is long.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And through the first half,
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. They got on one incredibly dazzling streak and at one point had an 18-point lead. Hard to find much fault with what they did in the first quarter. Their lead was 14 by the end of the period. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up, when the second...
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Utah with the ball, trailing by 17. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Gallinari.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high in the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense, Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And here now the Thunder. The Thunder leading by 16. Ball passes to Adams. That one drops for him. 8 points for Steven Adams.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Gobert, the pass to Conley. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Inside, here's Mitchell, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Donovan Mitchell will beat you inside or out. If you want to do a job defensively, you've got to push him out of the paint.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. For the Jazz, Davis comes in for Bogdanovich, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Donovan Mitchell. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Conley kicks to Clarkson. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Davis finds Clarkson. And the Jazz, another 3.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Ball outside. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Noel.
Love the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
Pass to Gobert. Here's Davis. And no good, trying to use the glass.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
What a pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's capable as a scorer, but finds his teammate there.
Conley, the pass to O'Neal. Gobert double-teamed. Clarkson against Gallinari. Conley dishes to Clarkson. Here's Gobert. No good on the 3. The Thunder leading by 17. Here's Nader. Second chance effort. The offensive rebound. A floater. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Gallinari against Clarkson. O'Neal passes to Clarkson. He kicks it to Davis. All sorts of time. That one bounces around and comes back out.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
The 3-pointer is right on target. Paul's got 8 points.
Well, you can't hesitate if you want to succeed in catch-and-shoot situations. Chris Paul, such a quick thinker.
And the Jazz call time here.
And what you like about Nader, dating back to his college days, he's a tough guy who can make big shots.
And Greg, because you played in the league, you know that's the kind of thing that can help lengthen a career. You need rotational guys that you can count on. And sometimes when you least expect it, it's on the biggest stage. And Nader is willing to take and make tough shots.
Going with an almost entirely new group. Tony Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Bogdanovich comes in for Ed Davis. George Niang, he's checked in for O'Neal. And Williams Goss subbed in for Mike Conley. And they get it, and Bogdanovich lays it in. 11 points in the game.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Schroeder looking around. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Jazz trail by 18. Down low. Here's Niang. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Passes it to Niang. Bogdanovich inside. He's covered by Muscala. Here's Williams Goss. Just 2 to shoot. Misses the 3. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Out left to the wing. Here's Schroeder. Rebounded by Clarkson.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And there's the feed to Bogdanovich. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. From the arc, Thunder with the rebound. Muscala's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Muscala's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Robertson, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Robertson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Utah calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Bradley. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson, and it's Moutier in for Williams-Goss. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Gallinari, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. A 3 from Bogdanovich. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. He had stolen by Ingles. Fast break, here we go. And here we go. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Gobert. Gobert's got assist number 5 here tonight. Schroeder kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams taking his time here, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And Gallinari throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Moutier, no good. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And no good. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So the Thunder 5 right now. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. And it's Adams in at the center position. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. It certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So It does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys: Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
Well, how good is Joe Ingles at pushing the pace in transition, understands the right route to take in space.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
And the Jazz making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Nader's checked in. And Paul subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Mitchell outside. Pass to Ingles. Molinari brings the double team. Outside Conley. Now, here is O'Neal. Clock at 6. Conley finds Mitchell. No good on the triple. It's stolen by Gobert. Back to O'Neal. The Jazz working the ball around now. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Here's Paul. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists now tonight.
There is a relentlessness to what Chris Paul does. This guy works at his own pace, wears you out, searching for his shot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
To the inside. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Jazz trailed by 18. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Paul. Ingles dishes to Mitchell. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
And it's Schroeder missing. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Ingles with the ball. Mitchell outside. There's the pass to O'Neal. Out to Conley. Down low. Here's Mitchell. Paul with the steal. And it's Schroeder in the corner. The Thunder with another miss. Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Mitchell. There's the dish to Ingles. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Nobody near Schroeder. Bangs home the trifecta.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And the Jazz call time here. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on three?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Bradley comes in for Gobert, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Nader. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Mudiay, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 23. Paul, right side. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, this is a crafty veteran. Joe Ingles superb at selling that shot fake and getting guys off their feet.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And he's good on the second. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
O'Neal passes to Ingles. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And it's Noel missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Bradley. A basket good off the assist from Moutier.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Paul passes to Noel. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. Adams' shot is good.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Moutier passes to O'Neal. Here's Ingles. A stupendous finish in traffic. Ingles has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Ingles is just such a pro. This guy is unafraid despite the defense.
Here's Paul. And that one, good. Paul's got 12 points in just the second half.
That is a really pretty finish. Just gently dropped in the finger roll.
On the wing, Mitchell. To the paint. Bradley kicks to Moutier. Off target from outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. And the Thunder making a change here. Utah has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Bradley can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Steven Adams.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Here's Dort. Here's Diallo. No good with the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
And so here is Oklahoma City. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Come on, get open, he's free. Make a play, come on, please.
Williams-Goss, the pass to Davis. A three-pointer off the mark. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg...
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Utah Jazz. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We welcome 8-time All-NBA first-team player Shaquille O'Neal. And it probably could have been about 15 first year, right?
It probably could have been about 15, but you know, I was doing rap videos and didn't come into training camp and shit. Just really didn't care at the time. But anyway, good to be here with you, Kevin. Greg, David. We'll see about Chris. You know what they used to say about the old Shaq, so he's out of shape. He's only averaging 29, but he's so out of shape.
Yeah, he's out of shape. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Memphis Grizzlies. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply...
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. And it becomes an iconic sight, Shaq. Your statue decorating the Staples Center, immortalized in bronze. It's so impressive. What was that like?
You know, I just got to spend the day with former teammates, coaches, Laker legends. Special feeling. Every time I look up, it just, you know, brings back memories. I just want to thank the Laker organization.
Shaq gets very emotional on these things. You notice this? He is it's a couple times now
Jerry
that we've
West,
seen you.
Magic Johnson.
This is very sad, even for us as your co-broadcasters here. We're even shedding a tear.
Kevin, why don't you give him a big hug?
Come here.
Lamar Odom.
Oh, shit.
Devin George.
Big hug. You're right. Big.
Mike Penberthy.
Mike Penberthy?
Yes, he was a shooter.
I know. I remember.
Corner for three.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in its center. And for the Lakers, Green and Rondo in the backcourt. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. On the wing, Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple. It's tipped. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. They say landing in the right situation, Shaq, important for any player's career. What traits, as you go back and look and you've seen now and you played, what traits separate the great organizations in this game?
Well, one, you got to have experience. I think you got to have some banners up there in the rafters, and I think you got to have a mean front office. You got to have a Jerry West, a Mitch Kupchak, a guy that understands the players in the game, and you have to have a commitment and a culture of respect and trust. Big man like Davis have great perspective on the floor, able to find the wide open man.
Conley with a wide open look, drops in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Inside. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by LeBron.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. To the middle. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Got to get the whole team pumped up.
James misses.
Well, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Shaq, we're seeing former players becoming NBA owners. Michael Jordan and Magic and Grant Hill. And Shaq, you've joined that list. What's that experience been like so far for you?
You know, it's just another way for us to connect with the league. You know, we're still trying to grow the game. You know, this game has done a lot for us. We're going to continue to grow it as the years go on. And it's nice to be invested in this.
And how much of your time do you invest in the ownership?
I wish I invested more time, but I've made the conscious decision that I don't want to be a coach.
The conscious decision.
Yeah, because I get into it. You know, I'm old school, and this is a different generation, and certain things I don't allow, I would probably get upset. I would be one of those general managers that you see in the tunnel with his arms folded, not smiling at all. But you're up by 20, I don't care. Not happy. So I'm an absentee owner. That's what they call it.
Los Angeles leading by 3, and it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a wide open look for James. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. James has got his second bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. Pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. Nailed from three-point land. Shaq, having played for 19 years, you went head-to-head with some of the all-time greats. Who stands out as the toughest opponent you ever faced on the floor?
Let me see, Alonzo Mourning for my first couple of years. And I made it to the big times. It would be Akeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, David Robinson when I got to the West Coast. And there was a gentleman by the name of Yao Ming.
Ooh, wow.
And for guards and wingmen, let's see, Jordan, LeBron, Allen Iverson, Greg Anthony, Plastic Man, Stacey Altman, and
Wayback Machine.
You got to throw Larry Johnson in that mix too.
So a UNLV taste to
yes,
it.
I do.
With some of these incredible names you just rattled off. Here's LeBron. Michael Conley making his last shot. and they pick up 2.
You know what I love about this kid, Kevin? Anthony Davis, his decision-making. Remains confident, does not hesitate, pulls up right in your face.
Now, here's Mitchell. Last time, 14 points for him. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Rondo, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Mitchell outside. Out to the right wing. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. 6-point lead. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
And the Jazz call time here.
And with the draft age potentially going back to 18, the league getting more involved in player development. In Europe, players can turn pro at 16, Shaq. Will things get closer to that, you think, in the U.S.?
I mean, I don't understand the rules sometimes. Just think about it. Kids can make money flipping burgers but not playing basketball. And everybody wants the kids to get an education, but I think if you can do both, why stop them?
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Markieff Morris comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Williams-Goss subbed in for Mike Conley. Lakers leading by 8. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
You cannot leave someone on LeBron James' team open. You're just asking to get hurt, Kevin.
Bogdanovich finds Clarkson. The Jazz with another miss. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 16-7 run. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope, and it's in there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Ingles. Jack, everyone knows how dominant you were in the offensive end, but do you think you get enough credit for what you did on the defensive side of things?
Well, first of all, Mr. Kevin Harlan, I'm not known for defense, even though I was a 3-time all-defensive second team.
I knew that.
It's a reason I'm on the second team. I am not worried about playing defense. However, I averaged 3 or more block shots twice in my career.
Yeah, that's a pretty good number, isn't it?
Huh? Good enough to get you 4.
And you could argue that his best defense was his offense.
Sure, exactly.
You can steal that one, too.
I am.
How many of that do you have, like 5 of those now,
3.
right?
I got 3.
Okay, good. James, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Down low, here's Bogdanovich. Trying to get open is Davis. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
So it's the Lakers now. It's a 10-point game. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's McGee with the jam.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Again, the Lakers.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Ingles passes to Bogdanovich. Dishes to Davis. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And it's Davis missing.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Williams-Goss. 20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That's his first foul. Here's LeBron. 8 points for him. Floats one.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Clarkson finds Ingles. Shoots over Kuzma. Here's Bogdanovich. The baseline J off the mark. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his... Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid...